Number 11, mortgage. Have your mortgage paid off by your early 50s. This is my comment. Those that have their homes paid off by their early 50s can save a lot more for retirement and do much better financially. If you do purchase another home after your home is paid off, pay cash. Don't take out another loan. 15-year loans for anybody usually give the best bang for your buck and you pay a lot less in interest. Home equity lines of credits, HELOCs, don't go there. Have a cash fund, like an emergency fund. Have a cash fund instead. Number 12, diversify globally in stocks and bonds. Many of the professionals that I've worked with have either zero in international exposure or maybe 20% maximum. Why should you have exposure to international stocks and bonds? And they're going to be in American currency when it's in an index fund. Why? It lowers your overall risk. Number 13, how about so-called inflation hedges like gold and real estate? Well, gold we found really isn't an inflation hedge from studies. It's a fear. What makes it go up is normally fear. Or in the case of gold in the last 10 years or so, Indian people from India have bought a lot of gold for jewelry. That's been a big bubble. Since 1900, real estate is up 1.3% per year, taking out inflation, 1.3% per year before closing costs. After closing costs, it barely beats inflation. Gold is up 1% per year. Are these great investments? Not really long term. How much should you have in your portfolio? Real estate, they say REITs in particular, up to 10% is fine. Gold, I wouldn't go above 5%. Number 14, in your cash or after-tax portfolio, consider tax-free municipal bonds. Either laddered municipal bonds or a bond fund. There's been a battle over the last 2 years or couple years about whether you should be in bond funds or individual bonds. The research that I find seems to lean towards having bond funds because they can offer more flexibility to changing conditions. And of course, we're going to have higher interest rates in the future. Vanguard Intermediate Term Tax Exempt Bond is a good fund to have. Low fees, works well. College is number 15. Your child's debt after all of college should be less than their first year's salary. That's a rule of thumb. It used to be 75%. They've gone a little bit more flexible on that. But college can be very expensive. Your child can handle it well with less than a year's salary. Oftentimes it's much more than that, especially at private colleges and universities. Private colleges, there are no loan universities out there now which guarantee that your child will not have loans after getting out of college. I think they kill your parents during college. Actually, they have good loan packages. I looked at them recently. But no loan colleges and universities. Most of the Ivies have this program. Stanford, University of California, all of the campuses, Claremont colleges, Davidson are just examples. There's a lot of them. Number 16, protect your health. Those that have excellent health in retirement versus those that have at least one chronic condition spend 19% less per year in retirement. Number 17, consider buckets in retirement. Christine Benz, who writes and is an advisor, has said this is a good idea for years. For under 2 years in retirement, keep your money in CDs or money market. 2 to 10 years in either TIPS, inflation protected securities, or a total bond fund. After 10 years, go to the regular stock and bond portfolio. I think that's really conservative. Right now, going out to age 70, I'm 63, I have a very conservative portfolio, like her 2 to 10 year one, which has TIPS and actually total bond funds in it. After that, further out, we know we're going to be safe. Why should you do this? Especially, why should you have up to 2 years in very liquid, very low yield funds? Because if there's a big stock market crash, you're not going to be as affected. Number 18, consider an annuity in retirement. Immediate fixed annuities have low fees and offer good return. No problem with that. Typically, insurance companies have very high commissions and hidden fees. Immediate fixed annuities, that's not the case. Doesn't have to be Vanguard, it can be somebody else. It gives you equivalent funds every year throughout retirement. The only problem with them is that you don't have a legacy. There'll be nothing left at the end. Yes, you can add riders, but that gets expensive. 19. After age 50, you can contribute more to your IRAs and 401ks. In fact, 401ks you can, in 2014, contribute $5,500 more. If that's possible, please do it. Number 20, this is not on their list, the money list, but it's on mine. Don't get divorced. Divorce can add 5 to 10 years of work for you before you can retire, both spouses. Divorce can be extremely financially debilitating. Seek professional help if you're going in that direction.